If you are wondering why I'm wearing a turtleneck, if you're wondering why I'm wearing a turtleneck in the middle of spring, it's because New York and New Jersey can't decide if it actually wants to be spring yet. No, that's actually not what I was gonna say. I forgot how I was gonna start this video. If you are considering, I'm so tired today. If you're considering applying to clinical psych doctoral programs in the fall, specifically PhD programs, but if you are considering applying to doctoral programs in the fall, or at all really, then you are either currently searching for or will soon be searching for prospective faculty advisors, mentors to work under. And to be quite honest, the advisor that you decide to work with is probably going to be one of the biggest and most important decisions you are going to make on your journey in a PhD program, because they will hopefully be accompanying you on this path from start to finish. And so it is vital that you have a very good advisor or mentor. If you are relatively new to my channel, I posted a video probably like almost 2 years ago now. I posted it the summer after the first year of my program. So yeah, almost 2 years ago now, I posted a video, a story time, about how I actually ended up changing my PhD advisor during the first year of my program. And if you haven't seen that video, I will link it above. It is quite a lengthy one, but I think it is a very important story time, probably one of like the most important videos I've shared on my channel about my experience so far, because it really sort of like highlights the importance of all of these points that I'm about to talk about in this video. And these are not things that someone told me prior to seeking out a faculty advisor. These are all sort of like things that I just learned were important and that I should have thought about after the fact, and that I now keep in mind going forward. But in this video, I am going to be going over just a few things that I think are important for you to keep in mind when you are seeking out a faculty advisor or mentor in your PhD program. Hey, hello, my name is JoJo and welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, welcome. Okay, so number one, it is not all about the accolades. There are some faculty members, faculty advisors at various universities and PhD programs that are very notable in the field. And having the opportunity to work very closely with someone like that, someone who is so highly influential and notable in the clinical psychology field, is very exciting. However, the reality of the situation is that a faculty member could have all of the publications, all of the conference presentations, all of the awards and honors. They could have all of that ever, and that still wouldn't necessarily make them a good mentor. So when you are seeking out a faculty advisor or a mentor, and when you are interviewing at programs, the first thing you should always try to consider is your chemistry and compatibility with this prospective advisor. And you can do that by, like, if you have the opportunity to set up a meeting with them and talk with them one-on-one, or if you have the opportunity to go to lab meetings. I know there are some faculty who allow like people who reach out to them and are interested in their work. There are some faculty who allow outside people to join and visit their lab meetings from time to time. I can't guarantee that all of them will let you do that, but I know that there are like a few faculty members at my school who allow visitors from other institutions. I've heard of people going to other schools to sit in on lab meetings from time to time. So there are some who do that. You just have to kind of ask. But yeah, use those spaces, use those opportunities as a chance to really gauge whether or not you and this potential advisor really connect and mesh well. Another way to do this, and something you should probably honestly do anyway in all cases, is try to get connected with students who are either currently working under or have worked under this advisor in the past, and ask them about what their experience has been with this person. Did they feel supported? Did they feel encouraged? This will be way more important to your personal growth than their CV, I promise you. Number 2, you will want to ask yourself and them, do they have the time? It will be very important that whatever advisor you choose, they can offer you the amount of and quality of time that you deserve. When your mentor does not have time for you, and I'm very much speaking from experience here, again, go check out that story time. When your advisor does not have time for you, it can be extremely discouraging. And it can also be really difficult to not feel like somehow you are the problem in the equation. As you navigate and you progress on your academic journey, the amount of time you will need from your advisor will naturally sort of just like ebb and flow. You might start off needing a lot of time and extra support, and as you progress over the years, that might naturally decrease. Or even within a single semester or academic year, the amount of time you might feel you need will shift depending on how much you are working on your research. And so there will naturally be these sort of like ebbs and flows, and it will be important that your advisor can ebb and flow with you. So in that regard, I highly suggest that you be as upfront as possible about the amount of time and support you need and are expecting. Try to be open with them about how frequently you'd like to meet and what sort of structure tends to work best for you, so that you can get a sense right then and there of whether or not they feel they'll be able to provide that for you and whether or not you'll be a good fit for each other. And finally, number 3, what is their purpose? So this one is twofold. First, I have said this in many videos, probably more than I can count on both my hands at this point. Whatever faculty member, advisor, mentor you decide to work with, you should always make sure that their research interests or whatever they are currently doing in their lab very much aligns with what your research and career goals are or will be. And this is really sort of just like a level of expertise sort of thing. Like, you don't want to try to join a lab of someone who's doing research that is completely different from yours. 1, because chances are you probably won't get in anyway, but 2, even if you are let into the lab, they're not really going to be able to support you all that much because the topic you're working on and the topic they're working on are just so different. So making sure that your research interests align with theirs is always going to be very important. The other side of this, though, when it comes to purpose, is you really want to ask yourself, what are the traits you are looking for in a faculty advisor or a mentor? Are you looking for someone who's more hands-on and is really involved in your research? Or would you prefer someone who is a bit more hands-off and gives their students a bit more autonomy? Are you looking for someone who reviews your writing in depth and gives you a lot of comments and feedback? Or would you prefer someone who gives very little feedback and doesn't really offer much guidance or input? Every mentor, every faculty advisor works a bit differently, and they each have their own style of working, and that will very directly impact how supported you feel in working with them. So the mentor or advisor that you choose will need to be able to fit into the role that you need them to fill, and again, be flexible right along with you as your needs change over time. So overall, really, it's important to take all of these into consideration when it comes to searching for a faculty advisor, especially knowing that this is someone that you are probably going to be working with for the next 4, 5, 6, maybe even 7 years of your life. You'll need to balance how much weight you give to their level of expertise, their willingness to advise you, and your own personal and professional expectations. And a good mentor will be able to sort of meet you where you're at on your journey while still gently nudging and pushing you towards progress in a supportive way. They will be able to dedicate the time to you that you deserve, and they will be able to adjust to your changing needs over time. And those are all things that no one really told me when I was choosing an advisor to work with, and I had to learn the hard way. So don't be me, please, because it wasn't fun. So yeah, with that, that's all I have for this video. I know it was a very short one. I figured I've been making a lot of longer content lately, so you guys deserved another sort of short and quick video, and I hope this was helpful. So yeah, thank you for watching, especially if you made it all the way to the end. I truly appreciate it. Leave me a comment down below if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. As always, like, share, and subscribe. Click that little notification bell so you don't miss my next upload, and I'll see you in my next one.